What's up, everybody? Welcome to my channel. I wanted to say welcome to all the new subscribers. Welcome back to the old subscribers. I'm doing some readings for all the signs, all air signs. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So Gemini, your fourth chakra is a little bit off, and that has to do with the heart, which apparently the left, it's to the left of the heart, like a little bit over. That's where your fourth chakra is, and it's Archangel Raphael, who you can call him, but this has to do with love and compassion and self like how you feel about yourself. Seven of Pentacles with the Ten of Cups. Working towards happiness, investing in something that makes you happy. Some of you guys might be going through something at your job. I feel like it's just kind of something that is coming in for you that could be a fire sign who is kind of emotionally abusive, or this energy of someone who tries to play this king role, but they're really abusive emotionally and they're really manipulative emotionally, and it's causing you to be unstable and confused and emotionally unbalanced. And I think that you know that it's time to speak the truth about this, because there's something you got to cut out here, and it could be an earth sign. It could be someone you were married to. It could have been something that you thought would make you really happy, but it's like a broken marriage. This is something where you just thought this person was this Prince Charming, and he ended up being the complete opposite, and you might have gotten pregnant by them, or you've had children with them, and you're just ready to move on from this. And there is a feeling of loss and regret, like this person might have left you, and like kind of left you struggling and overwhelmed, but you're ready to cut this out of your life now, because you're trying to balance things and you're trying to make a decision, but it's like this is like throwing off your focus and your ambition for your own self and your own life. And I think that once you cut this out, whatever this is that you put a lot of time into, 7 years maybe, I think that it's going to bring about the things that you're trying to bring into your life financially, because maybe you guys did kind of waste some time, but that poverty mindset is kind of bringing in more poverty and financial loss. So just getting out of that and understanding that abundance and family can come in many ways, and it's time to have a new outlook on what makes you happy and what you want to put your time into, because you are that motherly figure for some of you. You're the influence in this situation, and it's time to take control and love yourself and have the confidence, because some of you guys are really good at something that makes you happy, and this is a new beginning for you, and it's time to kind of take that path, maybe being your own boss, being an entrepreneur. It's about appreciating everything that you have, so then more things can come in. Libra, you have the door to spirits. So I feel like you guys might be on a spiritual journey, or they might be trying to communicate with you, because there's something in your life that you feel like is true love. Something where you might have had to give up because you just like you feel like giving up because you don't have confidence, but you're not really able to move on from this because you're really attached to this person. And there's a lot of past issues. It might have something to do with a broken marriage that might be relevant to someone's life, but I feel like someone was really unhappy in this situation. So you have the Two of Pentacles with the Wheel in reverse. This is at a standstill right now because someone, I think, is trying to leave the situation and someone is staying stuck in it on purpose. Maybe someone might be promiscuous. Someone might have some friends that are a part of this, but I feel like you've been patient. You've been kind of like waiting for something too, but it's like the reason it's not coming in is because you're keeping yourself stuck in a situation that you need to walk away from. And maybe some of you guys are, but if you're wondering why things are stuck in your life, it's because you need to let this energy go, whatever you're holding on to. It could be some financial issues, it could be some setbacks, but it's also about being really codependent and realizing that for some of you that you can be stable on your own, and maybe someone you were with had a lot of people in their life and they weren't really able to commit, which was probably their own personal issue, but you took it as they're leaving you. And I feel like when someone tries to pull away, we try to pull them back sometimes, and it's kind of bringing like some toxic energy into this connection. And I think that it's time to kind of cut the cord, because someone is really abusive emotionally and kind of manipulative, but at the same time it might just be because they're unstable, because they're really confused, and it's because they're kind of like scattered and they don't know, like there's a lot of things going on. I think that someone's really focused on their money right now, and they're trying to kind of like take control of their life and kind of manifest things in, but there's a lot of stress about money, and that's kind of why they can't commit to something right now, and there might be some arguing. But I think that someone has taken a time out and spent some time on their own, which is kind of bringing you into recovery. And just be patient, because once you get over whatever kind of betrayal or mental issues you have, and whatever abandonment issues, I think that you're going to be able to balance yourself out to make this decision and kind of tell the truth and have a new start. Aquarius, you have the door to personal healing and happiness, and you have the Ace of Cups with the Eight of Pentacles. Some of you guys are healing, you're figuring out what it is that's going to make you happy. For some of you, it's kind of having this new idea when it comes to finances, going in your own direction. I think that's pretty much your main focus right now. Like, this is what we're focused on, this big shiny thing, because you have an idea that you kind of want to go with, but along with that, it's bringing a lot of big changes into your life, and there's a lot of endings, and there's a rebirth, but it's also about letting go and moving on. There was a pretty painful ending. There might have been somebody who was emotionally manipulative and kind of abusive, because they have some toxic traits, maybe sleeping around, maybe doing things on purpose because of maybe narcissism. That's just my opinion. I think that there was someone's energy is just off. You could have been dealing with a Libra who, you needed to tell them the truth about something. And I feel like that the main problem is that someone was lying about something. Someone kind of never really took accountability for the things that they did. It was kind of always about them. And I think that some of you guys are moving on from this. And in this process of learning and taking this time out to kind of begin something in a different way, like sticking to what you're good at, maybe doing some research and, you know, holding yourself to a higher standard. Then you have this Ace of Cups here, where this could be about you learning to love yourself. This could be about a new relationship, or, you know, the potential for this marriage or something in the future, maybe a birth of a child. But I feel like it's kind of about, you know, you trusted your intuition when it came to a situation, and you were probably right. You know that this was necessary for you to move on with your life, because there was way too much toxic things that were brought into your life, and you realize that now, I think. And I think that you've learned, you know, somebody was really dishonest. Someone might have had an affair while they were married. Somebody just knows that this is painful, but that this is done. You know what I mean? And it's like, I feel like Aquarius has the ability to like do this out of body thing. And I don't know how to explain it other than, you know, you're looking at yourself from an outside view, and it's like, you know, like the full reasons for everything, because I feel like you did like a 360 of everything. Like that's how you think about things, which remind me to, I mean, I don't even know, that would be exhausting to have your brain, but at the same time, it's very influential. But you've had this clarity, you've made this judgment call, you made a decision for yourself to move on into something better, and along the way you have learned a lot, and you learning this is going to help you along your way to, you know, this stability and where you want to be, because some of you guys are very intentional, powerful leaders, and it's because of the way you think about things, and everything that you've been through is going to bring you to this point someday. And I think that now that you're starting to be more honest with yourself, now you're picking up on more things, you're being more perceptive about other people, and this is going to bring a really big change into your life. And you know, I think that you've been really giving to other people, you know, you've been really patient with other people, but now this is about you working on yourself, working on your situation, and then you know, having a new relationship where there's actually love and there isn't manipulation attached to it, so that this Wheel of Fortune can move in your favor. Oh my